Okay. You guys hear me all right?
Yeah.
Yes.
I'd first like to thank everybody for coming tonight. It was a lot of fun. I appreciate it. And I gave a lot of thought over the last few days about what I was going to say tonight. And I decided to start with when I was first asked to be president. It was about a year and a half ago. Ann Salino was she's not here tonight, unfortunately, but she was the nominating chair that year, and she came up to me at the end of a meeting and asked me if I'd like to be president-elect. And I was starting in July, and which would then, of course, lead to president the following Rotary year. And I was very excited. I mean, I was happy. I mean, what an honor to be asked to be the president of the Rotary Club of Wappingers Falls. You know, I didn't want to really let on to her that I was that excited. I wanted to play it down a little bit. I told her that I would let her know the following week. I would talk it over with my wife and, you know, see if I could, you know, have enough time in my schedule to handle being the president of the club. But really, I was so excited. I was happy. I remember leaving the meeting and going out to the parking lot. I went to my car. I think I was maybe even skipping to the car.
Come on.
Handstands? All right, maybe it wasn't exactly like that. In fact, I was surprised that she asked me. I think I probably had that dopey deer in the headlights look on my face when she asked me. But I did tell her I would think about it, and I would consider doing it. And I figured I'd tell her the next week, and that would give me a full week to think of a really good excuse to say no and not do it. But I gave it some thought. You know, one thing that came to mind is I wouldn't have to be secretary anymore. No more staying up late into the night, you know, on the eve of a board meeting, typing up the minutes from the previous month. So
Todd, don't listen.
Todd. It's all good, Todd.
So fast forward about a year, in March of 2021, this year, and I was invited to participate in PETS, which, for those that don't know, is President-elect Training Seminar. And that was every Tuesday in March. It was 5 Tuesdays. It went from 7 o'clock to 8 p.m., an hour and 15 minutes. Sue, I know she was on, looked on the little, it was on Zoom, of course. So, you know, Sue in the little squares and maybe like a bowl of yarn behind her with some needles.
That's
And Tony was on, I think all the meetings. So right away when I saw him in his little square, I went on my agenda, crossed out 8:15, wrote in 8:25, and an extra 10 minutes. But I went through it. There was homework every week to do and reading, and you know, and I got through it. And that's when it really started to set in that this was going to be real. You know, what the heck did I get myself into? You know, I had been on the board for the previous 2 years, and you know, I probably should have paid closer attention. I mean, I don't know how to run a board meeting. I don't know how to run a regular meeting. Apparently, the budget had to be filled out. You know, who knows how to do that stuff. But so I really thought about going up to Ann and saying I changed my mind. You know, let's pick somebody else, or better yet, maybe ask Steve. Maybe not. So then we get to May, just last month, and we hosted here at Longobardi's a cocktail party to you know, try to attract some new members. And I think it went well. And Tony was here, and Leanne also, you know, came down for the night from Kingston. We appreciate that.
Thank you for coming.
And Steve had a PowerPoint presentation that he did about the club. I think it was about 9 minutes, 42 seconds. Is that about right?
That was about it, yeah. That was at 42.
What was it?
9:42.
Yeah. And I followed the presentation, and he talked about our club and the things that we do. You know, like the food drives and adopt a family and the scholarship money that we give out. And then he went on to talk about Rotary International and their 35,000 clubs and 1.2 million members worldwide, and it was very interesting. And really, I think that sort of changed my attitude about becoming president at that point. I figured, maybe someday, years from now, if I can look back and think of the things that I've done in my life that maybe I can be proud of, if being the president of a small Rotary Club in Wappinger Falls, just one time being president. That'd be something that I'm trying to get out. So what are we planning on doing this year? I kind of have three things that I'd like to focus on. The first one is to get the club back to where it was 2 years ago. Okay, as everybody knows, probably about halfway through Sue's term as president, and then for most of Steve's year, we had to either modify or cancel most of our fundraisers, our community activities, our social gatherings, our weekly meetings. And I think we're all, the state is opening things up, and we're all ready to get the club back to its normal routine. Number two is recruitment. We're going to start the year with, probably less members than we've had in quite a few years, many years. With the efforts that the club has done the last few months, and Steve as president, we have maybe half a dozen candidates that possibly be joining in the first quarter of the year. Hopefully they come on. The board has already approved the budget for the year, and the things that we have planned to do are going to require a large amount of volunteer hours. So we really need to put on some new members. And third and final is to raise our profile locally, both in person and social media. Our 50th anniversary is coming up this October, and we really need to let everybody know that we're here. Between the schools that we do a lot for every year, the local government officials, the residents, we do a lot, and we need to let them know what we've done, what we do, what we're going to do in the future. As far as social media, we're on Facebook, we're on Instagram. I think with Facebook we're almost at 500 followers. Instagram we just joined more recently. I think we're somewhere 180 something last time I looked. And if we could increase that, I'd like to see us maybe triple those numbers by the end of the Rotary year, and this way we're reaching more people. And I'm looking forward to having a great, a fun, event-filled year. Hopefully we have a lot of fun, and thanks for listening. That's all I have.
Really good.
Thank you, Darby. I'm sure that under Darby's leadership and the social